But we're back again. I do apologise. But hopefully we will be able to catch the end of qualifying. So here we go. We are into the top 10 shootout. So you haven't missed who's going to snatch pole position. So Steve Harris on an outlap. And he's going to be the first car across the line as well. So let's see how Steve Harris gets on. His best qualifying so far this season, Steve, was 4th position in Bahrain. So let's see how he gets on. Lewis is also on a lap, so is Drab as well. So as I said, I am keeping an eye on the Twitch stream. So anybody who's watching, please do come along and get involved. And Steve spun it on his quick lap. Steve Harris has spun it coming out of one of the hairpins. So, unfortunate for him. But here is Lewis. He's now going to be the first one through to complete a lap. As he now comes through the last corner. Let's see what the initial benchmark lap time is from Lewis. He goes quickest on a 1:13.5. I think he got badly held up though by Steve's spinning car. Here is Maglocks. He goes quickest for now on a 1:11.1. Steve has gone again on the same tyres, so he obviously feels he hasn't done too much damage. Mackenzie's gone quickest. That's a good lap, 1:10.0. Molina Coach had his lap disallowed. So Ross is just coming through now as well. Vital Oxygen going across the line. He goes second fastest. Don't forget, we've only had Kyle on pole position so far this season. Is that going to change tonight? Here goes Ross, a 1:10.7 to go third quickest. 23rd Nebula's just started his lap. Molina Coach had his first lap disallowed. Drab's still in the pit lane. So here is Kyle in the Renault. Let's see how he gets on. And Lewis has gone slightly quicker again on the same set of tyres. A 1:09.8. So you can't help feeling there's a little bit more to come from him. If he's going quicker on a second lap on those tyres, comes out with a bit less fuel and does one hot lap, he might be able to go even quicker. But here goes Kyle as he goes through the hairpin. Into the second to last corner. 1:09.8 from Lewis. That will be his immediate aim as he goes across the line. And he does go quickest, a 1:09.5. That's the quickest lap we've seen so far this evening. 23rd Nebula had his first lap disallowed. And he's backed out of this one, it seems. So Drab is the next one. He's just about to start his lap. We've got just under 7 minutes of the session to go. And Kyle is quickest once again. 1:09.5. Lewis is alongside him on the front row of the grid. Lewis's best qualifying is 2 fifth places so far this season. So he'll be delighted to be right up there at the front. And one of only a few drivers so far this evening to get under that 1:10 barrier. So he will be very, very pleased with that. So let's see how Drab can he get himself anywhere near Kyle. He was the closest one to anyone so far, taking pole position away from Kyle this season. Very, very close. If you remember that great qualifying session in China, so many drivers very, very close together. But here he comes. He's done a good middle sector, and he's just about to come through the last couple of corners. Let's have a look. Round the banking onto the last pit straight, and he goes third quickest, a 1 minute 9.9. Molina Coach is going again on the same set of tyres. This will be his fourth lap now on these tyres, third hot lap, and he's backed out of this one as well. So I'm not quite sure of the strategy there for Molina Coach, but he's still going. So Steve is back out again. He did a very slow first lap. We saw him have that spin, of course. 1:24.2 is his best at the moment. And for the first time this season as well, 23rd Nebula is into the... Oh, and Steve's off again. Steve's off again, and he's lost his front wing end vents. So Steve not enjoying this qualifying session, certainly not Q3 as much as he would have or would hope to have done. That's his second mistake, and he's going to have to pit. He's going to have just enough time. If he's got another set of tyres available to him, he has got just enough time to come in and put another set of tyres on and go again. But of course, he may have already used up all his allowance and only have a set of slightly worn tyres available to him. So let's have a look. Yes, he's diving straight into the pit lane, and everyone now is in the pits waiting to go out again. We've got 4 minutes to go of this session. And yeah, there's not a lot of activity in the pit lane at the moment. Just saw the Mercedes mechanics there putting the tyre blankets on Drab's car. So he's not going out for a little while yet. So 3.5 minutes to go. Who is going to be the first person to head back out on track once again? And it is Molina Coach. He is going to be one. And have a look at this pit exit here. It's very tricky, and he's got a wall right there. So keep an eye on that in the race. If drivers are pushing very, very hard, they may yet connect with that wall and end up costing themselves a lot of time. Very tricky pit exit around here. No one else is moving from the pit lane yet. Yes, they are now. That is Steve Harris heading back out on track. So he did have another set of tyres available to him. Did make it easier, the fact, of course, that everyone was guaranteed to go through after the disqualification of White African in Q1. Everyone was definitely going to get through. So a lot of these drivers didn't actually use up another set of tyres. They just stayed on the same tyres or just stayed out there. So that has helped a lot of them out. Maglock's back out as well on track in the Ferrari. And Drab is now heading down the pit lane as well. Order now with 2 minutes to go. Kyle Maybon from Lewis, from Drab. Mackenzie fourth, Molina Coach fifth, Vital Oxygen sixth. Once again, we're seeing it here. 6 different teams in the top 6. Ross in the second Renault is currently 7th. Maglock's in the second Ferrari is 8th. Steve Harris in the Alfa Romeo is in 9th position. And 23rd Nebula is 10th. So Molina Coach now has got Lewis in front of him, just come out of the pits. Hopefully Lewis will see him and get nicely out of his way. As let's see what Molina Coach can do. He's 5th on the grid at the moment. His best qualifying he's ever done was 6th last time out. And he has found a quarter of a second in the first sector. So this could move him up. He could be knocking on the door of row 2 here. Really changing direction well, that Alpha Tauri. Let's see how he is in the middle sector. Quarter of a second up in the first sector. He's lost a little bit in the middle, but he's still going to improve his lap if he can maintain it. As he now comes down to the penultimate corner. Don't run too wide. Got it absolutely perfect that time. Looked like he got an excellent drive out of the last corner as well. And he goes across the line, and he didn't improve in the end. He lost too much time right at the end of the lap. Here comes Steve Harris now in the Alfa Romeo. He's going to go across the line, and he does a 1:10.8. He moves up into 8th position. Ross has just started his lap. 23rd Nebula's out there on a lap as well. He's just about to start his. Let's see who else is about to cross the line. It is Maglock's 11th at the moment. Sorry, 9th at the moment on a 1:11. Can he improve on that? He fractionally improves, but he remains where he is. He remains in 9th position on the grid. And look at this. Drab has found quite a lot of time. He could be pushing Kyle here for pole position once again. He's nearly 4 tenths up in the middle sector. That'll be exactly what he needs. And Drab goes quickest at 1 minute 9.1. A lot quicker than anyone else has gone so far this evening. Lewis too is on a much improved lap. What can he do as he goes across the line? Can he take second? He goes second temporarily. Molina coach into the pits. Here comes Kyle under a bit of pressure now for his first pole position. Well, first pole position, that's not him, of the season. He goes across the line, and Kyle Maybon, does he improve? He does improve, but not by enough. We have a different pole sitter. Here comes 23rd Nebula. He goes up into 8th place. So we do have a change of driver. In pole position for the first time this season is Drab. Kyle's alongside him in 2nd place. Lewis, his best qualifying of the season, starts in 3rd place. Mackenzie starts 4th in the Haas. Ross will be pleased with that as well in 5th place. Molina coach qualifies 6th. 7th for Steve. 8th for Simon there, 23rd Nebula. Vital Oxygen will start 9th. And Maglock's 10th. The 2 Ferraris will line up on row 5 of the grid. And yes, on the Twitch chat, Ninja's new pole sitter, unlucky Kyle. Well, very unlucky indeed, Kyle. Not your 4th straight pole position. But let's see if we can get Drab in for a chat. As we see confirmation there of the grid order. Drab from Kyle, Lewis 3rd, Mackenzie 4th, 5th for Ross, Molina coach 6th, Steve Harris 7th, 23rd Nebula 8th, and the 2 Ferraris 9th and 10th on the grid. We have been joined by Drab. Just make sure your audio's included, please, mate, so everyone can hear you on the stream. So pole position, you must be pleased with that. What a lap time you pulled out there at the end.
Yeah, really pleased. Yeah, first lap went kind of shy, so I had to pull myself together for the second lap. And yeah, when I saw Kyle coming he's still behind me. That's the best feeling today, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've been knocking on the door of pole position for the last couple of races, so you must be pleased to finally nail it today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's only half the work, but it certainly makes it a lot easier. So definitely pleased, and hopefully can carry that momentum through to the race.
Yeah, definitely. And what's your hopes for the race? I mean, you're in pole. Do you think you're going to be able to be a major contender for the race win?
Yeah, I'm definitely gunning for the race win today. I don't see any reason to do anything else. So, I mean, yeah, starting from P1, obviously won't be disappointed with a podium, but definitely want the win today.
Yeah, definitely. Well done, mate. I hope you have a good race, and I hope we talk to you later on.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
No problem. So we've got a few minutes now until the start of the race. Anybody on the Twitch chat just want to leave any questions or comments, please do. Any questions about the league at all? But I will just get up on screen for you the qualifying order. We got the top 10, but we missed the end of Q2. So Real Joker takes 11th on the grid. JPL, his first full-time race in the Williams, lines up in 12th position. Aaron Mart, 13th on the grid. Again, his first full-time race here this evening as well in the AlphaTauri. Subs UK lines up in 14th position. And then Jack Thompson, we saw crash out. He lines up 15th and 16th and last for White African. We saw him get disqualified very unluckily in that first qualifying session.